Hello, Brian, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, Christian, I'm doing good, how are you?
I'm ready to set siege in. And, fuck it. Can't do it. I'm not doing a musical entrance. I was going to, but I'm not going to. Yeah. All right, guys.
It was a good attempt, though.
Yeah, a little bit. I had some rhythm, but I
have zero musical talent, so...
Yeah. I mean, don't feel too bad. I didn't even make it to the first rhyme attempt, so... I didn't make it too far. But we'll work on that, guys. Maybe, if you guys are interested in Christian's singing career.
Yeah, he's gonna, we're gonna get him trained, and then he's gonna win American Idol season 55.
Yeah. Oh wow, look, hang on, Brian. I think you need to introduce the show.
How do we introduce the show again?
You know, Brian. I know you know.
It's time to fake out!
Well, how do you introduce it every time?
Oh. What is up, guys? My name is Brian. I am one half of that Pokey Duo, and with me today, I have...
Christian, your script line reader, apparently.
Yeah.
And who are you?
I am the... Am I the host of this podcast? Am I the co-host? What am I?
You're whatever you want to be, Brian.
Yeah.
The sky's the limit.
Sky is the limit. Those are excellent words to live by, but...
I agree.
I am just one man living in an apartment by myself.
Heck yeah. Isn't that great?
And you're also just a man who lives in an apartment by himself.
I do. I do have a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's how it is, man. It's how it is these days.
Mm-hmm.
Social reclusion becomes the new norm.
Yeah.
Of all people that aren't cool, but that doesn't include us, because we're actually living it up in a mansion right now. That we got our own studio, and we're like Joe Rogan.
Downstairs. It's downstairs.
Yeah, exactly, man.
We've got a big flat screen where all the sports balls are played. We can watch those.
Exactly.
You've got a big movie theater, so you can watch all of the movies that you like.
You forgot about like my 20-foot statue I have of John Travolta.
Yeah, that's also there.
Yeah, I have that.
I suggested we just put it in the front yard just so everybody knows that he's a big John Travolta fan, but he wants to keep that a little private.
Yeah,
so we decided to put it in our big, gigantic basement.
Yeah, it's not even like a classic John Travolta movie that the statue's based off of, like Pulp Fiction or like Saturday Night Fever. It's based off of Get Shorty.
Yeah. From
the late 90s. Remember that movie Get Shorty?
Yeah, it was...
Yeah, masterpiece.
It's all such critical acclaim.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece. I only cool people like us rich guys know about that movie. Yeah. Hitting up my boy Walter, our butler. Yeah, all right. Anyway, enough of that. Why do I do the fake rich thing every time, Brian?
It's fun.
Yeah. But what does that say about me? What about my desires? About my personality and my wants?
It means that you're a sucker for socialism. I mean, not socialism, capitalism. There we go. That's the word. You're a sucker for capitalism.
Man, aren't we all slaves to that beast in the sky called capitalism?
Yeah. We gotta make that capital, baby.
Get that commerce flowing.
Yeah.
Down like honey.
But we're here. We're shooting the breeze. He's visiting me from a land far, far away.
Yeah, that's right. I moved recently to South Carolina out of the birthplace of the podcast, which is, well, is it Winston-Salem or High Point? I don't know. It's between those two.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
Yeah, not really sure. But
it's kind of a dual host kind of thing.
Yeah. But I moved away from the triad, Winston and High Point, went to Spartanburg for various reasons. But that doesn't mean we're going to drop the podcast, because it's just something we like to do when we get a chance to do it. Don't expect a consistent schedule, unlike the past, which has been very infrequent and sporadic. Expect more of that. Expect even more of that, because, this isn't our job. And we have to do it via Discord or Spotify now since we live in different locations. So whenever we get to it.
Yeah.
And be expecting when we get to see each other in person to make videos like the one that you saw, or that you better have seen before you watched this podcast. The one that came out a day or 2 days or a week or whenever the fuck I posted that thing. This podcast episode is actually coming out before the special video that Christian just mentioned. Please pay attention to the upload schedule for once, you second-rate podcasting buffoon. Podcast.
Yep, that one will definitely go up before this, but they're
Yes.
more or less recorded at the same time.
More or less.
Yeah.
Maybe even the same night, some might say.
Yeah, that is something some people might say.
It's going to be legend, the behind the scenes of this production.
Yeah.
Wow. It's not like we throw all of our eggs in one basket and get everything done in one mass upheaval, one shoot, and then dump it all as 2 to 3 videos at once.
Yeah, we definitely take our time and we repeat clips that we don't think are up to our standards.
Correct, yeah. We supervise every single image more than 4 times.
Yeah.
5 times.
If it's not perfect, we don't even upload it. We just do it again because
Yeah.
it has to be perfect.
We dust it off, we send it up the line. We have some maneuver elves that we've conjured up from the 5th dimension to help us out with surveying and dusting off each product, each video, sterilizing it, making sure it's HD, 8K, flying on all cylinders, Dolby surround sound.
We have 60 frame rates. We're just all about the fantastic quality of our product.
Yeah, we're hitting the lead, and we have a need for speed, going all out with the graphics cards.
Yep.
Because Lord knows life gets hard.
The Lord does know that, and He knows that we can make it.
But we're not going to fake it. Nah, we are faking it. We're faking it until we make it. This is rambling, and I apologize to you guys.
Yeah,
So-
it's a little bit of fun, but I guess the main question is, why are you here?
Well, I'm here to visit family and friends for a little vacation. And by the way, we're just going into this blind. We just shot another video, and we are like flying at the seat of our pants. We have no idea what we're going to talk about during
Yeah.
this podcast.
I probably already asked the question that I just asked, but I just forgot that I asked that question, so I asked it again.
Exactly what he said. And we said preemptively we are going to plan out what we're going to talk about and write mental notes or like real notes. Have a blueprint for the podcast. We said we were going to do that, but we just didn't take that advice. So
Yeah,
now we're just
we'll do that for
stumbling
the next one, but this one it's just gonna be
It's
what's-
shooting the shit.
shooting the shit. What's that brand of poetry it doesn't really have its
Haiku?
No, it's not haiku. It's like a stream of consciousness. There we go. That's the word.
Yeah.
This is basically a stream of consciousness.
We are just riffing right now.
Yeah.
Have no idea where it's going to go. It could go up or down. It could go left or right. It could go loop the loop and then through the Empire State Building.
And your shoes are looking cool.
Oh no! Copyright SpongeBob music. Toast to all the SpongeBob fans out there. Everybody say a collective fuck you.
Are we allowed to cuss on?
Oh yeah, shit! I keep forgetting YouTube restricts the crap out of cursing now.
Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot all about that.
It's been a while since I've been a YouTuber.
We are world famous YouTubers, guys.
Yeah, it's been like a year since freaking our last video.
Yeah.
No.
I've uploaded some battling content, but
Right, but
a
as
lot
far
of times I
as
just haven't felt like uploading it and like having it in a video format and then editing it and then putting it on YouTube. That's a lot of effort, and sometimes I just don't want to put in that kind of effort.
sometimes you just gotta say fuck all to life and have some for yourself.
Yeah.
It's not about It's not about what's inside me that defines me, but what I do that defines me.
Yeah.
From the Dark Knight, Batman Begins.
Something
One of those.
Like that. One of those movies.
Christopher Nolan released Oppenheimer. Here's something we could talk about. Yeah, Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've
I
heard
know those
that.
are the two. Those are the two hot topic movies that are
Yeah.
the movies of the summer are Barbie and Oppenheimer, and I don't know what Oppenheimer is.
Yeah,
so.
you don't know. I'll explain it in a minute. But yeah, Hollywood is attempting some last-ditch effort to create relevance for the modern movie-going, theater-going scape. And this is one of their attempts. And it's catching on virally. And it was sort of not made by Hollywood, but by the internet, which is what Hollywood is going to have to steer towards now. Because they're going to do this again, this double feature of two big release films. They'll try it again. But I hope they don't take something from this success, from these two films being released together culturally and literally. I hope they don't take away, like, a shallow perspective of it. Like, I hope their next big double feature release isn't going to be something like freaking Mattel Cabbage Patch Kids meets a biopic about Tom Parker. You know,
Right.
like it's just because, hey, look, these are things people know about. You know, like, just, we need talented filmmakers directing good movies.
Yeah.
And Oppenheimer is definitely a good movie because I saw that in IMAX a week and a half ago, and it was absolutely incredible. Yeah, like, truly a stunning film. Because I haven't been, like, a fan of Christopher Nolan in a long time. Like, he's probably one of the most eminent tentpole forces of influence in cinema right now, and he's got an absolute like, he's earned that place. And I love his early work. I love Memento, Prestige, Dark Knight, Insomnia, like, even Inception I really like. But I think he's dropped off in recent years. I think the tonal inconsistency of Interstellar has kind of left me feeling a little flat. And Dunkirk's good, it's just very simple. And Tenet is just incomprehensible and bad, in my opinion. But Oppenheimer, it's a dude about the dude that invented the atomic bomb back in the 1940s.
Okay.
Yeah. That's who he is, since you were asking. J. Robert Oppenheimer is the guy that oversaw the project to build the atomic bomb in the New Mexico desert, I believe it was, and have it eventually be dropped on Japan twice. It's the story of the man building it and who he was as a person, his experience with making the bomb, the risks of it, and the aftermath, and the moral ambiguity that came with such a invention of a weapon.
So it's like a fictionalized narrative, kind of based on a true story.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
But it's fictional. It's not like a documentary or anything. It's like a completely fictional story.
Yeah. I mean, it's based on hard facts. It was actually the
kind of like a social network kind of movie.
Yeah. I think Christopher Nolan, I know he goes really hard into detail, like, when it comes to the authenticity of his films. I'm assuming he made sure most of the facts were pretty solid, because it hails the script of the film, which Christopher Nolan wrote, hails from direct memoirs, like a book that has collections of the direct memoirs from Oppenheimer and his team.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is anyway, but it's like an actual account, autobiographical account of the event, and the script goes from that. That's basically what it is. But the way that Nolan shoots the film is interesting, because it's akin to more of an action film, and the dialogue scenes are very, very intricate. There's a lot of politics going on, what with the controversy of making the bomb, and the Russian conflict, as well as World War II. There's a lot of political heavy themes, but a lot of again, moral, humanistic themes about right and wrong. Like, should this bomb be built? For the risks alone are going to be detrimental, like mankind's never seen. But if it is dropped once, then mankind might learn to never do it ever again, which is Oppenheimer's original intent, which is why he went he went further in funding and experimenting with the bomb, even knowing the effects of it. So it goes into detail of all that kind of stuff, and I'm assuming it's factually correct. But all these scenes are just exposition about, like, building it, and it's basically just a film about building this giant weapon, and all the logistics that have to go into it, step by step, and all the complexities, while also telling Oppenheimer's personal life and expounding upon that. Yeah. But the way they shoot the scenes, it's not like a traditional drama film. The music is heightened. There's this incredible composer, Ludwig Göransson or something like that, used previously in Nolan's Tenet, does an amazing score in this film. Like, it's absolutely creative and complex and inventive, and it's playing during every fucking scene, even the heavy talking scenes, because there's like this narrative momentum and sense of direction that's so fucking intense and alluring in this that it's been a while since I've seen such intense, focused narrative momentum. Like, you're on the edge of your seat every scene, because again, he shoots it like an action scene. Like, there's a lot of, like, I don't know, like the way he portrays the shots and the music and the intensity and the direction of the actors, it's shot not like a drama scene but like an action scene. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good filmmaking, one of Nolan's best films, and really important themes. And if you want, go see it in IMAX. If you want to see this film, go see it in IMAX, because that's what I did. And it's made for IMAX, like to be seen in that format. Like,
that's the one with like the wrapping the screen. Like
yeah,
the wrapping,
most theaters will have an IMAX section. It isn't what you're talking about. That's like for amusement parks and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it is a much larger screen than your traditional theater cinema screen.
Yeah.
And it's way more immersive with the sound. And Nolan made it to be shown like that.
Yeah.
And not only that, but he invented like black and white IMAX film hadn't existed before this film. Like, Nolan wanted IMAX, the company, to invent a black and white strip.
Oh, so this movie is completely black and white?
No, it's got black and white scenes in it. But
okay.
But like, never before had there been an IMAX film strip that was shot for black and white and shown in black and white. The black and white IMAX film has not existed, and they made it for the film. And I was like, oh, this is kind of historic. I want to see it for that. But no, it's fun. Like, it's really immersive and fun and intense in IMAX. It's perfect.
I'm not really much of a movie buff, so I don't really know all the intricacies. But I'd assume you were talking about the music, and I would assume like when the scores definitely have its own little way of contributing to the movie, as well as like the scenes being acted, the words being spoken, the music. If you said it was going through the entire thing, even through some of the talking scenes, so that probably the music probably then has to kind of match the scenes going on as well.
Absolutely, yeah, and the subject matter is very intense, because I mean, they're basically, it's a race against time to beat the Russians before they themselves create a nuclear warhead.
Spoiler twist: the Russians are bad people.
Yeah. Don't trust the Russians. No, go to Russia. Why not? Vacation there. Just go. Why not?
I'm sure Putin would love to have you.
I'm sure it'll be cold and bitter, and you'll have lots of vodka.
Yeah.
To keep you warm. Have a good hot tea and vodka. Yes. Hot tea. Let's get me the hot tea and vodka, please. That's what I want.
There's probably not much of a controversy with Oppenheimer the way there was a controversy about Barbie.
Yeah, other than the proclaimed, alleged, yet false news that there being a 15-minute long nude scene with Florence Pugh's character. Outside of that, yes, you're correct. The controversy has been hot.
And there was never a 15-minute nude scene or anything like that.
No, it was a minute and a half tops. She showed her tits, and that's it. It was a sex scene. Movies have sex scenes sometimes.
Yeah.
People are like blowing up about it, like, oh my god.
That's like when people were so upset at Beauty and the Beast because there was a gay moment.
Yeah.
And it was literally, they were just doing this little line dance thing. And LeFou just switch it. They do the thing where they switch partners, and LeFou dances with a guy, and they both look weird about it too. So it's just like
so strictly for the marketing itself, like not actually committing to that at all.
No,
it was because like that's what you're telling me, because I've heard of what you're talking about. Like in the remake Beauty and the Beast, the gay moment, quote unquote, is when LeFou and Gaston, like, it's like a bro pat on the shoulder moment, isn't it? Like,
yeah, they're doing this little scripted dance thing, and at this one point in the dance, you like switch partners or whatever. And I guess one group was going faster than the other group, and the LeFou and I guess it was Gaston danced together. And they just shared a look. It was just like a weird look, like, oh, this is weird.
Oh, we're gay.
But it was nothing. It was weird. But
that's a gay moment. They're definitely saying it in that moment. They're looking to have heavy eye contact in the scene. And that's the gay
Yeah,
part.
there's no
men don't have
there's
heavy
no
eye
like
contact ever.
there's no like weird there's no like staring in each other's eyes and reminiscing on the joy of our lives. It's like, oh, we're accidentally dancing together. Okay.
There's no pornographic jerk-off scene in the film is what you're talking about.
Exactly.
And that's what it definitely needed. I think if we're going to remake Disney films, let's just not go by the book anymore. Let's just make them hard R-rated and get weird with it.
Yeah.
Let's just do weird stuff.
Let's take creative liberties with our Disney classics.
Yeah, like Snow White and the Seven Whores. I don't know.
Star Whores.
Yeah.
You go Star Whores.
Jesus. Sleeping Beauty, you could keep that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sleeping Sexy.
Yeah.
Fucking Beauty.
Fucking Beauty. Maybe we'll lower it. We'll lower the bar a little bit.
Lower the fucking bar. Fucking lower it. Let's just get depraved. People will pay for fucking anything.
True.
As long as you slap like a
Rule
trendy
34.
meme on it.
Rule 34.
Yeah, as long as you slap a fucking trendy meme on it, people will go eat anything up, dude.
Yeah.
Anything. What do you think Barbenheimer is? People think really give a fuck about Barbie? You think people give a frick about some old dude in the 40s?
Yeah, I never cared about Barbie, but then once Ben Shapiro got all obsessed, got all...
Fuck Ben Shapiro.
When he got all upset about it, watching it, and gave like a 45-minute video review of how it's like feminist trash or something like that. And I'm just like, dude, you literally purchased tickets to Barbie. What did you think it was gonna be? There's gonna be feminism. I haven't even seen the movie. So
I know what you mean, man. Like I hear the news from that side of things for that film. It's either like really that it's anti-man, like that's the accusation people have for it. That's like half of the populace who sees it, and the other half is like, yeah, it's a really fun movie about feminism, but like in a way that's kind of for everybody.
Yeah.
I've heard both sides. I guess I'll make my decision when I go show my mom the film for her birthday.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see it. I'm low key. Turn that on silent.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on silent. My bad, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, I gotta take my mom. She wants to go for her birthday, but I want to see it though. Like, I legit like Greta Gerwig, the director. I'm a big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
Made this film called Lady Bird, which I actually haven't seen, but I've seen clips from it, and it looks good. And she also made a film called Little Women, which is another adaptation, yet another one of the book Little Women. Mm-hmm. And now she's making this, so it's an interesting career. And she's married to Noah Baumbach. He's one of my favorite current writers in film right now. Mm-hmm. Made Marriage Story, Squid and the Whale, Greenberg, Francis Ha. Yeah, those are some of his films. Brian.
And those are all films I've never heard of, but I believe every single word you just told me.
You should watch Francis Ha. Watch Francis Ha. Watch Francis Ha.
Okay.
Go watch Francis Ha. We'll take a break. Go watch it right now and come
Yeah.
back and tell me how you feel about it.
Yep. It was a pretty good movie.
Why did you just... Guys, I need to reiterate something that just happened. Brian just took his index finger and swirled it in thin air and then went counterclockwise with it. Swirled it in two different directions and made a weird noise with it.
Like the rewinding noise you would with
And it sounded, I don't even know what kind of, it was crazy. I think he's lost his mind. That's his, I don't know what he just did. I'm confused, man. Oh, you're pantomiming the reversing of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you said take a break, watch the movie, and come back.
Sucka-lucka.
So basically I was just like pretending I was doing that and coming back and saying, oh, the movie was pretty good. I pretended to watch that movie.
It's a cruel summer.
It's been a hot summer.
Year of my own. Taylor Swift's, yes it has. Taylor Swift's got a song called Cruel Summer. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking that song from the 80s that goes like what I just sang, also called Cruel Summer.
Are you a Swiftie, Christian? Are you a Swiftie?
I go to every concert. Yeah. No, I think I don't really like Taylor Swift. I don't really care about her. Mm-hmm. I think she's talented. There's a few songs I like from her. I think she's kind of a cunt of a person, but other than that, I don't really care.
Fair.
But she gets way more airtime than she needs because I can't get away from this new Cruel Summer song.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty good. I'll admit, it's good.
She got out of some contract or something, and now she's re-releasing a lot of her older songs in the way she wants to do it. She calls it Taylor's version. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, that is kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't really know the full story of why she's doing it. It's something she got out of some. I think she got out of some contract or something. Something about her dad was involved. It's a weird thing.
She got fucked over in a snidely diddly deal.
Yeah, and she got out of the deal. Now she's re-releasing her old songs, which is pretty cool. Again, I don't know the full details. I'm not much of a Swiftie. I was when I was a teenager, but now I like another band a lot more than I like her. So
get Swiftie.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Forget Taylor Swift. What can I say? Queen of the city jungle.
Mm-hmm.
Queen of the era. Queen of the radio. Queen Empress of 2023.
Yep. That's exactly what she is.
Yeah, ruling the airwaves, ruling our minds,
Mm-hmm.
distracting us from all the crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocking it on all through the night. Someone's gonna start a fight. Someone's hitting pancakes in the kitchen. Just got my order. Tasty fried chicken.
I just want the record knowing I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't either. Listen, it's been a weird day, guys. I'm in a weird state of mind.
Yeah.
Brian knows what I'm talking about. I
Yeah.
won't elaborate any further. But when a brother wants to have a nice, chill, little relaxing time, sometimes you gotta partake in the leaf of life.
Yeah. I'm always down for a chill time.
Yeah, leaves in my tea, I mean. What'd you kids think I meant? Yeah. What you guys, minds are in the gutter. Jeez, grumpy. Brian, say something funny. You're running
Something
on
funny.
fumes.
Something funny.
You're running on fumes, aren't you?
Fumes. That is... I don't think so. I'm not angry or anything. I'm pretty chill.
No, I mean
know
just
that.
running on empty. You look tired.
A little bit. I had a fairly long day.
What did you do today, Brian?
I delivered 264 Amazon packages today.
That's a lot of packages.
Yeah.
Is that like normal? Like that around that average?
When I'm delivering in Winston-Salem and I'm in a big, gigantic ass van, that's usually about the amount of packages I deliver. It was a total of like 160 stops.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
160 stops.
Yeah.
That's more than 130 stops.
Yeah, it is more. It's like 30 more.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah.
Do you like your job?
Yeah. I don't love it, but I don't love any job because it's a job. I always say I enjoy my job. I don't love it.
Do you want
And I don't think I could love a job. Like, even if my job was to play Pokemon, I'd be like, I don't know if I like Pokemon that much.
Yeah. Do you mind discussing that crazy story you told me about your job? Would you want to do that? That's
what story?
the medication one.
Oh, yeah.
That's just crazy.
The company that I work for, I don't work for Amazon. I work for a third party distributor who just has a contract to deliver Amazon packages. Most people you see in Amazon vans don't actually work at Amazon. It's some different kind of company.
Right.
And we were one of the first companies to get access to these electric vans that are supposed to be like fairly big and good for the environment, all that kind of stuff. And you get like if you drive one of them, you get like a little bit of a raise. You get like $1 raise. So I was like, you know what, I'll apply for this, sure, whatever. So I have to. So one day they're like, okay, you don't have to be on the route today, but you need to go get this physical so we can get you started on this. I was like, okay, that makes sense, sure. So I go to the place where I get my physical, and on the little sign-in sheet or wherever they want to know a little more about you. Do you have any medical issues? Blah blah blah. So I'm an honest person. I like to think I'm an honest person. So I was just like, yeah, I had this seizure issue for a little bit when I was a teenager, and I'm now 31, so that doesn't really apply, but I'm just going to leave it in. I just cover all my bases, And they're like, so now that we know, but you have seizures, you have to get, what is this called, a seizure exemption from the Department of Transportation. I'm like, great. And that involves having a neurologist sign off that I haven't had a seizure in X amount of days, and how long I've been off medication, that kind of thing. I have to get another physical from another doctor, and they want findings from them and all that. Then I have to do all this other paperwork and blah, blah, blah. So a lot of time goes by. I finally get all the things that I think I need. So I send it in to the lady who will either approve or deny me. And I get an email back a couple days later, and she's like, oh, it's incomplete because you didn't give us exactly what we wanted. And I'm just like, great. So now I'm just like, is it even worth it? Like,
No, man.
getting all that's... doing it all again, I'm like, I don't even know if it's worth it anymore.
I meant the one where you like flipped out or something, or got angry, and your employer told you needed medication, forced you to get a medication.
Oh, that one.
That insane story. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Tell that one.
That was a long time ago. I've forgotten.
That was.
I thought that was what I was talking. Okay.
That was 10 months ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, last October.
Yeah, that story. Sorry. So, that was another story. So.
We might just fast forward to this one because this is really, really interesting.
Yeah. So this is around the time where I just got the job. So I'm still a little bit new to delivering a whole bunch of packages in a fairly short amount of time.
Yeah.
And I think I was, at this time, I had gotten out of my nursery routes, which is the lower count routes, so just so you can get like your feet wet and all that. And I just like gotten out of those, and when we're driving we have an app where we can like we can send messages, memes, that kind of thing, just for a little fun. So but I think that time I was just having like a really bad day or whatever, so I just put into the group chat just like as a little vent sesh or whatever, hey, this is feeling incredibly long, I'm a little bit drained, blah blah blah, but all that, just get a little vent out of the way.
Yeah.
So it's on a Tuesday, and on Tuesdays I have board game night. So I finished the route, or maybe someone rescued me and took some packages off. I don't really remember. This was like 10 months ago. And I get to game night, and then I feel my phone vibrate, and I look it up, and it's an email, and my boss is like, so we saw on the group chat that you're talking about having anxiety, so we're gonna take you off the schedule, and then you need to get cleared by a doctor that you can come back to work, and then once you do that, we can put you back on the schedule.
Cleared by a doctor.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird, man.
So I was like, and at this point, I didn't really have a doctor to go to because I hadn't even seen like a family doctor in however long. The family doctor that I went to as like a little 7-year-old kid is now retired.
Yeah.
So I had to like, and another thing that y'all need to know about me, I hate talking on the phone.
Yeah, you do.
I hate talking on. I hate calling people. I hate answering phones.
Yeah.
I hate doing all of that. Just text. So I had to force myself to figure out who to call, and then my parents were like, just call some urgent care thing and get an appointment or whatever. I'm just like, but I don't like talking on the phone.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, no, he's right. Whenever you get on the phone, Brian, you literally will like pick up the telephone and shake it tremendously like a freaking maniac.
Well, part of that is just because
and then you'll like it's like it's insanely hard for you to actually like press the receiving button because you're trembling so much. Then when you finally do, this is real. He really does this. Real story, true story. He answers the phone and he can't even speak, and then he comes out like with these little loud bursts, like hello. Yes, have a nice day. He literally does that. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so weird.
But anyway,
That's a slight exaggeration, but
that's really not.
the handshaking thing is just something that runs in my family there, so that is a legit thing.
Verbatim.
But it's never that bad. But
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I just had to like basically talk to a doctor that I didn't really know.
Yeah.
And tell him why I was anxious and all that. Oh, this was actually like also the week that unfortunately I fell for a scam and lost all of my money.
All your money that you have ever had in your life?
Yeah, I had like 3,000 combined between like my checking and savings account.
Holy crap.
So it was like a lot of money that I got scammed out of.
Living like
and it was
a
very
queen.
and I was very upset because the bank was like, "Oh, this was a legit transaction, so we're not gonna get this money back to you." I'm just like, okay.
Are you serious? So
Yeah.
You couldn't get it back?
Yeah, I couldn't get it back. I lost like a lot. of money.
And you had to like get a fucking prescription that was forced on you by your employer?
Well, I didn't get fortunately I didn't get any medication, but basically I just talked to a doctor and I said, basically all I need from you is just some note stating when I can go back to work. And
Well, no, I remember you were on medication. You said you took pills for it.
Yeah, I took for a long time I took pills for seizures and bipolar disorder and anxiety, and I just stopped taking them at some point because it's just, I don't know, I didn't feel like I needed it that much.
Yeah, but like you did from what you told me when it happened, like you were like taking prescriptions that were due to the request of your employer.
Oh yeah, I think I had like something temporary that I would have to take.
Yeah,
But it wasn't something that they kept me on or anything like that.
It was just like a one-time prescription.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Basically.
You said you felt good though. I remember when you told me that story, you were still on that temporary one.
Yeah.
Do you? And you said you felt good.
Yeah.
But did you have any like withdrawals from whatever that drug was? Since you can't remember.
I don't think so.
Gotcha. You can't remember the drug name?
No, I don't.
That's still crazy. They made you do that.
Yeah, I
like,
guess.
Like you can't come to work until you get a prescription for a drug.
Then get cleared, and then so basically they were just like, so the doctor said, "How about a week?" And I'm just like, okay.
Dude, that's like manipulation. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like workplace manipulation. Like to.
I mean,
like,
I was upset
you.
at the. I was upset when I first saw that email because I gotta work. I gotta make money.
Yeah, and like for them to require that you get a prescription from a random drug is sabotage. It's fucked up. And like for you to require that.
Yeah.
As a workplace, why not just write you up? I mean, Christ. Instead of like, no, we have to fix you with random pills. Fuck you.
But the job's a lot better now, and I guess
that's good.
Yeah, and I've always just been worried that they were just like gonna fire me and all that kind of stuff. But they were all like, "No, just get some rest," and then
take these pills.
Yeah, but
Open
I
wide.
think what I did for that week, for the first 3 days, I just played video games or watched Netflix or something like that. Something that would just take my mind off things or
Ease
whatever.
the boredom.
But then, like toward the end of the week and to closer to when I would come back, I was like, okay, what can I do that could potentially speed up the process of getting the packages delivered? Maybe something like that could help me not feel as anxious and not feel like a need for a full rant on WhatsApp. And I figured out ways that sped me up a little bit, so it's been a lot better. I'm one of the lead drivers at my company, so sometimes when we get a new coworker, there we go. When we get a new one, sometimes I'll train them what to do. So even though that was a pretty bad week at the beginning of the job, I'm a pretty well-liked and respected delivery driver in my company. So.
That's good, man. That's good. Keeping up, getting those bills coming in.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. No, I know how it is.
This entire apartment's like $1,000 in rent, and it's like not worth $1,000.
You got up to $1,000.
Yeah, it's like $1,000 now.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
This
was like
worth
$5.99 when I first rented this.
And so it's gone up $400.
Yeah, it's gone up $400 in like 4 years.
That's insane.
Yeah, this is.
That's
yeah,
insane.
I'm not living here after this.
Yeah, it's like
It's not worth it.
this 10% pay increase that apartment complexes do.
Yeah.
It's like 10% of your original one, like that's going to be added on to your new one, like every time. And so now you've got 1,000. This is not worth this is worth 600 at the most.
Yeah.
Maybe 650.
Yeah.
Same in my apartment in Spartanburg. I'm paying 900 for it, and I'm hanging on with a security job at the time at an Adidas warehouse, just security guard, easy bullshit, for 16 an hour, and that's freaking. Like, paying that apartment is a struggle every time.
Yeah.
At 900, but it's a little bigger, but it's still not worth 900. Like I'm looking at it, it's like 700, 800 the most. People are overpricing their fucking apartment complexes because of inflation.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep up with it, and it's fucking everybody over.
And landlords get paid with the rent that we.
Yeah, that's how they keep their employees paid. Yeah.
With rent, so.
Yeah. And I have the worst customer service with my leasing management team. I got the worst customer service. The one at your apartment, which used to be my apartment too, my apartment complex. This apartment complex in High Point, we shall not be naming it. I want to rant negatively on this apartment complex in a different video.
Yeah.
But for now, it will be unnamed, unless I change my mind in editing. But they've, I hate their management here, man. It's bullshit. Like,
it was rotational. Like, we'd have someone here for like 3 weeks, and then
they'd leave.
They'd leave, and someone else would start there. And then
so no one knew anything
for like,
ever.
Yeah, and then they'd work here for like 2 months, and then it'd be a new guy.
Yeah, so information wouldn't get passed down if you put a request in or needed some help.
Yeah.
Because the staff always changed.
Yeah.
So you don't know who you're talking to after a while, and I had to go through that. They're still doing that. I'm not here anymore, but they owe me a $300 security deposit that they've sent to me, but I have not received it in the mail because they got the address wrong. I don't know, but after 4 months of calling different people consistently, just having to explain, I didn't actually receive the check. Finally, I break through by just yelling at them like a week ago.
Yeah.
This is your problem. I know you've said you've sent it. I haven't received it. I'm tired of being told I'm wrong. It's on you. So I'm just I'm going to try being a dick just for once. Just to let all my frustration out. Because if they haven't paid me, man, it's come on. It's contractually owed to me. And it was one of those things, squeaky wheel gets the grease. I was just yelling at the manager, and she hang up, hung up on me. And then some other guy gets on, I have to re-explain everything to him, and he's like, all right, well, hang on, I don't like people cursing. And I'm like, excuse me, yeah, you're right. After 4 months of being told I'm wrong and not receiving a check in the mail that you guys owe to me, and having to call every day for 4 months, that gets me a little tired and pissed off, so excuse my response. Mm-hmm. But I was look, within the next hour, call who you have to call, because I know all you guys have to do is track the package number and then see if the check has been cashed. Mm-hmm. That's all they had to do. It took 4 months to do that. I tell them to try to get that done within the hour. And I'm dude, I'm going to call back. You're not going to like me because I'm going to keep calling every day if you didn't get it done. And within the hour, he called back. He was like, it turns out it only took 30 minutes, and we've sent out another check. Mm-hmm. It's sometimes you have to be a dick. Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Did you actually get the check, though?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
I'm not at my apartment because I'm in High Point. But
okay, I thought maybe.
Yeah, I hope I did.
But so this was fairly recent that you made this.
Yeah, a few days ago.
Okay,
last week.
So you're probably, but yeah.
Yeah, but that. Hey, boring renter stories are fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mundane adult bill stories.
And then that pool right there, I don't think anyone uses it. I don't think there's any upkeep on it.
It's like a dead, empty, dry pool.
Yeah.
That you have.
Yeah.
In my pool, they keep no one swims in the pool that I have at my complex. No one swims in that pool, but they keep it clean. But it gets filth dirty, fucked up dirty, because shit keeps getting into it, leaves and there's rainwater constantly.
Yeah.
So they keep having to clean it, but then it looks like shit again. No one swims in it. I don't know why they keep cleaning it up, but it's just the poorest upkeep, man. American.
When I first moved here, people were always swimming in that pool. It was upkept pretty well. People were swimming in it. You'd see it every day in the summer. And
yeah, and then
for 3 or 4 years, no one's ever swum in that pool.
Right, and then the COVID apocalypse.
Yeah, that
affected
that
it.
also did. No.
Yeah, because like a COVID, it is apocalyptic. It's apocalyptic in a way, because it's affected so much.
Yeah, we basically worked through the entire thing.
Right, but the reverberations of that initial pandemic still echo today. I mean, like businesses died, the economy swayed like it never has before. People died. Yeah,
A lot of people died.
The social unrest with it all, and just the economic swing and decline that came with it. And yeah, like it's just fucking over the middle class to where there's no middle class anymore.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's just weird how everything's changed so fast.
And it's essentially endemic at this point. I
Yeah.
mean, there's just going to be some variants of COVID that's just going to keep coming around.
Yeah. Then the economy's going to get worse on top of that.
Yeah.
Not trying to be negative. I don't want to be too negative, but it's the best decision for everybody to do right now, like everyone our age, is to just stack up on money
Yeah.
as much as you can. For real, save up as much as you can, and find a discipline, like find a focus, get good at something, and go that direction.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing. I mean, like I'm an artist, I'm a filmmaker, and I've been putting that off because of alcoholism for all my 20s. Now I'm almost 30, and I'm just like, well, I'm gonna put that up, get sober, 5 months sober, and I'm like, trying to get back on my horse, get the game going,
Yeah.
pedal to the metal, and I've got momentum finally. I've got connections, and I'm pursuing things, but I'm actually doing stuff now, and I'm actually like focused on that, and getting better and better at filming and shooting and cameras and editing and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Just by doing it.
And you've been sober for 5 months now?
Yes, yeah, 5 months. 5 months. Early February is when I gave it up.
Like completely, or
I've not taken a drink of alcohol, a sip of alcohol since then. Incorrect. I accidentally took one, thinking it was bubbly, carbonated water at my dad's place yesterday, but it was like cider in a can.
Yeah.
Hard cider, and my brain immediately went like, wee.
And you're like,
Let's
oh,
have
I
a
need
party.
Then you're like, oh, I need to put this down.
Yeah.
I'm sure that still counts as being sober.
It's like my body and brain were like,
I know what that is. Oh yeah. Let's get drunk.
Did you have to do like AA or something like
No,
that,
no.
or you did this pretty much cold turkey?
I did this cold turkey, but I also made sure there was a major vital change that happened very abruptly, and that was moving.
Yeah.
Partially. I mean, luckily my lease was coming up, because when you're an addict and you want to like quit, it's good that you remove as much familiarity from your environment as you can.
Yeah.
Whether you have toxic friends or whatever. Not like there weren't toxic friends that I had. Maybe one or two, but like for the most part, it was just I needed a environmental switch.
Yeah.
That affected both mind and body. So
Yeah.
I was like, if I'm gonna quit, I need to make sure I change in other ways too, so I can make this a full-bodied, full-bore effort that just forces me to focus on life,
Yeah.
And switching to a new town, immediately making use of my family's connections with videographers and filmmakers, and following suit with that, and all that worked out. Reading really helped. Like, for anyone struggling out there, like, if you want a hobby outside of drinking and you're trying to get sober, reading helps. It's an investment, and if you practice it every day, you kind of get addicted to not just like the actual narrative with whatever book you're reading or whatever information you're absorbing. If it's nonfiction, you actually find pleasure in the actual mechanics of scrolling through words with your eyeballs.
Yeah.
It's this. You become sharper in thought. You become more articulate. You get to rove tangents into a congealed thematic discussion with through line and a sense of completeness.
Are you like a ebook kind of person, or are you more like a physical book?
I mean, I can read an ebook, but I really like the physical copy. That paper in my hand, you know,
Mm-hmm.
hard covers especially. But I can't stand audiobooks, only if it's like a National Geographic something, or like a nonfiction thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to narrative, I think you're benefiting a lot more if you read it. If you read the words in your own mind voice.
Yeah.
Your brain voice. Your mind voice. You know, like reading it in your own internal state, I think is a lot healthier, and it's just creates an internalization that makes the book imaginings more intimate and lively.
Yeah.
I think. Than listening to a pre-recorded narrator.
Yeah. So when I'm delivering packages, usually I listen to like a podcast while I'm doing it, and something I've noticed is that when it starts, my mind just kind of goes blank.
Yeah.
So I'm not really retaining what I'm hearing, but it's just something like calming, and I can just put in my earphones, have a podcast that has like 400 or some episodes that's been made, and it just kind of plays on, not on repeat, but when this episode is over, the next one plays, and the next one, but you're not really retaining all of that information. Like, I couldn't tell you sort of like what the episodes were about, even though, I mean, I could tell you it's basically, the podcast I listen to is Wrongful Conviction, so it's all of these people who were wrongfully convicted for these heinous crimes that have either A, were committed by literally someone else, I mean, obviously wrongful conviction, or never happened at all, and bad faith actors in these courts and stuff like that are just doing really bad things and convicting innocent people and having no repercussions for it. So,
damn,
yeah,
that's crazy, man.
We've got like the biggest prison population in the world, and a good percentage of those are innocent people.
Yeah, or they're
really
given
sad.
they're given draconian sentences, or they're being mistreated. You know, and you know, you get debt accrued when you're in jail.
Yeah.
Like a university, going to college for tuition. It's similar to that. When you get out of jail, been there for 10 years, you got to pay up, son.
Yeah.
You got to pay up, like,
even if you didn't do it.
yeah.
You didn't do what you were convicted of. You still got that thing. You still got that on your thing. So when you're applying for jobs, you got to check that box that says, I am a convicted felon, or have you been convicted of a felony?
Yeah.
So even if you didn't do it, you got to say, well, yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully the people looking at those applications won't immediately throw out your thing, even though they probably will. Hopefully someone will just, hey, what was the context behind this conviction? Oh, it was something, but I'm an innocent man. I didn't do it, but I did my time, or I got released for whatever reason, and now I'm just trying to do what I need to do to survive. Hopefully it works out for them. But
yeah, true.
some of them are still there.
Yeah, it's things are getting weird, man. Like people are going crazy. Cops are going crazy. The populace is nuts. Everyone's nuts. I mean, like in Portland right now, Portland's going to shit. Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Like there was like this Cops episode where like this cop duo like come across this couple in the park, and just like one of the parks, and it's a drug couple. You know, it's clearly it's very obvious that they're selling and taking at the same time. And what they're selling is horse tranquilizers mixed with fentanyl, and fentanyl's becoming so crazy these days. Like, it's in everything. Everybody's doing it. It's so fucking deadly. But they're taking it openly in public. The cops, because this part of the law in Portland has been so loosened and lax, all they do is take out like a citation paper, like a ticket, and write it to the couple and give each a copy, and all they have to do, they don't have to go to court. All they have to do to be relinquished of the citation is call a number and pay a fee of like $100. And they do that, and it's like they're off the hook. You know, they didn't get taken in or have their drugs compensated, you know, or anything. It's just like, let's just let them kill each other, you know. Let's just let mass people just collect in groups and indulge in basically a drug that's becoming legal within the area of Portland.
Want to do a dangerous drug? Just pay a fine. That's fine.
It's ridiculous. It's insane.
Yeah.
That's all the
They
cops
should be
did.
medically treated for this.
Yeah, or like just take the drugs away at least.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, the
At least they're
fentanyl
not
is
hurting
killing.
them. At least they're not abusing their power or anything.
Yeah, I mean, but like fentanyl is killing people.
Yeah.
It's killing people in mass.
Yeah.
So I mean, we need to get rid of it
Yeah.
immediately. Like it's a bad drug. And I'm not one to like go against like all drugs are the same. My idea on drugs is not something I'm going to share on YouTube, but my opinion about drugs. But there are bad drugs, and fentanyl is one of them. So is crack. So is cocaine. Meth. Those are horrible. Heroin. I mean, that leads to death.
Yeah.
Those are bad. But yeah, we should get rid of those. Fuck yeah. And that's my opinion on that.
Yeah. I think with that, I think we've had a good shooting the breeze session.
Shooting the shit, putting your butthole in the wind and shooting the shit.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's only been 55 minutes.
That's actually a really good time to call this a podcast, don't you think?
But we're gonna end on another melody.
Thank you for listening to our show.
Make sure you apply on Indeed to become an editor at the Pokey Duo, because I don't want to edit any of this. We've got 4 minutes left, so I'm just killing some time. That's just how it is.
That is what we do.
We're